Hello and welcome to Master Your Mindset with your host, Isis Foster. This is the place to be for anyone who is on a personal development journey. I will be sharing with you my own mindset hacks and personal past experiences. Please subscribe and share if you enjoy what I'm about to share with you and you've taken value from it. You never know who may need to hear it. So today's topic is about searching for things in life. Now, this could be completely personal to you. I don't know exactly who's listening to this podcast right now. And the podcast which I create, I go off my own experiences and things which are happening currently or previously in my personal life. So I want to ask today, do you think that the more you search for something, the harder it actually becomes to find? Do you think that the more you put your focus on one thing in life, the further away it actually becomes to attract into your life? Because this is something which is a really big topic in my current life at the moment, and it's something which I know a lot of my friends as well are experiencing, whether that be work related or with relationships or with family members. Everyone's got something that they are ultimately chasing in their life, something that they want to change or something that they want to upgrade in their life or something they want more from, whether it be personal or work related. Like I said, everyone's got that one thing. So do you think that one thing actually becomes further away from being attracted into your life if you put all your focus on that one thing rather than just enjoying life as it is and freely attracting that one thing into your life? So going off my own personal experiences and the experiences of some of the clients that I actually coach, we have one thing in common, and I think it's actually quite common ground for a lot of people in the world. When you are chasing one thing, so it could be changing your job or trying to find a partner who resonates with you more or trying to find that healthy work-life balance, whatever it is, sometimes when you're only chasing that one thing, you are actually blindsided to all of the other incredible things that are happening around you. And I think more often than not, if you are just chasing that one thing, you almost let go of all of the goodness that you have in your life and you stop attracting that one thing to you because you are so heavily focused on having that anything good in your life or anything that makes you feel incredible or has taken you to the position that you are in right now, you let go of, and you almost feel like you're taking a step back, and the one thing that you actually want to attract into your life almost feels like it's getting further and further away. Has anyone ever felt like that before? And if so, maybe just pause this podcast and jot down, if you've got a notepad in front of you, when that was and how you felt and what you did to overcome it. Because I know for me personally, if I focus so much on one thing and I cut out other things which are incredible in my life, for example, I am currently in a position where I am wanting to change a few of the personal items in my life. So this is towards my work at the moment. There are so many things contributing to those factors. So I've got an amazing partner, I've got a great social life, and I know for me personally, if I was to cut out all of those things and only focus on the career path, I would be so miserable to the point where it wouldn't actually matter if I was given an incredible opportunity, because I'd cut out those other factors in my life which are just as important. I would feel so miserable in myself, because I think at the end of the day, we all need to have that healthy balance. Now, I say healthy balance in loose terms because everyone is so different and not everyone needs to be as sociable maybe as I like to be. And we're all brought up differently. We all need different things and different amount of things in life. But I think it's very important to highlight here that if there is that one thing you're chasing after, don't let go of the good things that you also have in your life, because you may then eventually get that one thing, but you'll get to the point of having that one thing and realise that you've lost so many other incredible things that you used to have in your life, which makes you now miserable. A few of my coaching clients as well are in a position where they have had really not even toxic relationships, but relationships which haven't necessarily worked out for them. So they're on the process now of going on dating apps, meeting new people, just seeing how things are. Because obviously going back into the dating world can be so scary, especially if you have been in a committed relationship for a number of years or even months. Like, it's not even about the time, it's about how you connected with someone. So going back out there, putting yourself back out there into the unknown, meeting new people can always be daunting. But the one thing which I have noticed has actually been a pattern in a few clients that I coach at the minute who are looking for a new partner is that's literally all they're doing. They are constantly looking for someone to bridge the gap between who they used to be with someone else and who they want to be now. When I think the majority of the time there is such middle ground between those two things, because it's very rare that you can go from one relationship straight into another without actually working on yourself and kind of figuring out exactly what you want. And they always say, like, enjoy being single, and honestly, you absolutely should. I think that's the healthiest thing that anyone can do. What is the point in going from one miserable relationship straight into another one which may be happy at the start but then actually turns out miserable because you actually haven't given yourself any time to grow and expand and figure out exactly what you want in that new relationship? So going back to the topic of trying to search for something really, really hard and thinking that it's actually getting further away is so vital, especially in relationships, because if you're currently single and you're on every single dating app and you're doing your utmost to try and find someone, you're probably dating like at least maybe once, twice, even 3 times a week, which at the end of the day, like, how much of a person can you find out about, and how much of yourself can you give to a person if you're going on that many dates with that many different people? And I will say this over and over again, it will always be quality over quantity. You are much better off going on 1 date a week, getting to know that person a little bit, and if it doesn't work out, then go on a date with someone else, then dating 2 or 3 different people a week. Because how much of a person can you actually get out of doing that? You can't really, because your head is probably still in conversation with someone else. I think as well that going on multiple dates, so this is just related to relationships in terms of like searching for something, I think going on multiple dates actually confuses you. It's like going into a restaurant and being given a massive menu. Has anyone ever had that in life, where you go in, they give you a huge menu and they literally have every cuisine? I remember, like, when I was in school, there was a restaurant near me called Jimmy Spice's, and it was like an all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant, and they had every single cuisine there that you could ever imagine. And I just remember looking, thinking, I don't even know where to start because there's so many options. Sometimes in life, it is actually easier if you don't have so many options available to you, because it makes the whole process so much less complicated than it would be if you were given every single option under the sun. So you can relate that to anything. So let's say you're looking for a new job. How overwhelming can it be if you literally look on every single platform available to you? Super overwhelming. So top tip, look on 1 to 2 to start with. Get your CV out there. Have a look around. Register with agencies. Let them do the work for you, because ultimately that's what they're there for. Same with relationships. Don't sign up to every single dating platform out there, because before you know it, you will be inundated with messages. And I know you will be, because you're all incredible people listening to this. You are doing your utmost to try and pull yourself through probably a really dark time right now, and going back out there into the dating world can be so daunting, but all it takes is that one person. But how are you going to find that one person if you're spreading yourself thin across so many platforms and trying so hard to find someone? I genuinely think the best things in life happen when they come unexpectedly. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. How many times in your life have you been like, oh, that was a nice surprise? Like, I wasn't expecting that, because you haven't been chasing it and it takes you by surprise. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I've actually just come back from Italy, and we sat down in a restaurant, and before we'd even ordered, they brought us over a glass of champagne, and we were so taken back by it, because that's actually never happened to me before, where they've brought us a drink, which I haven't actually ordered. So having that, I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, and super appreciative of it, because I didn't expect it, didn't know it was coming. And it was just attracted into my life. So you can have that in literally anything. Like, the world will literally do wonders for you and open so many doors for you once you realise how incredible you are as an individual. And when you realise how empowering your energy actually can be. So if you're on multiple dating apps right now trying to find the one, just stop. Shortlist it, because you've probably got so many people right now that you're chatting to. There must be 2 or 3 that are your shortlisters. Go on dates with them, get to know them. Don't waste your time slow chatting or small talking random people. If you're looking for a new job right now, shortlist the jobs, write down exactly what you want, exactly how much you want to earn, where you want the job to be. And I promise you now, you will attract that into your life if you are showing up every single day for yourself and putting the work in behind closed doors. So if you're constantly searching for more, that is not a bad thing at all. Like, trust me, I have moved mountains between where I am now to where I was a couple of years ago. And I think it's genuinely very, very healthy to want more for yourself. But sometimes spreading yourself thin and doing more than what you're physically and mentally capable of on a daily basis actually wears you out. And what you'll find is you actually end up doing way less than what you would have done if you just slow down a little bit. There's a saying called haste is waste, and it is so true. Sometimes you think you're going and you're doing all these things to try and speed up the process of whatever you want to achieve at the end of the day. But actually, all you're doing is running around a hamster wheel. Like, nothing's actually changing around you. Things feel like they're changing because you are exhausting yourself, and that's not a good thing at all for you. But actually, end of the day, your life isn't changing. You're just kind of spinning around in circles, trying to spin loads of plates, and it's a waste of time for you. So my biggest tip to you today is, if you are searching for something, you may be searching for multiple things. You may want a whole life revamp. Amazing, absolutely go for it. But just be mindful of what you are doing and be mindful of the actions which you are taking every day, and ask yourself honestly, are these actions which are actually going to change anything in my life, or these actions which I feel like I should have to do because I'm just going through the motions at this point in my life? Just be completely honest with yourself, because you'll know whether they're actions which are taking a positive impact in your life when things in your life start changing, or you'll know that they're actions which are just genuinely a waste of time and that your life could do without. Because if you are on, let's say, multiple dating apps, I'm going to use this as an example, and you're spending hours and hours and hours a day talking to people who you know in your mind you're never going to meet because they live a million miles away for whatever reason, then surely it'd be better to use that time towards yourself to help yourself grow. Maybe do a workout, maybe cook a nutritious meal, take a bubble bath, anything that's going to make you feel good. Because once you start doing things which make you feel good, you actually start attracting the things that you've been looking for into your life immediately. And I promise you, things will start changing once you change within yourself. Thank you for listening. If you've loved what I've shared with you today, please give me a tag on Instagram at IsisFoster1 and share it with those around you. You never know who may need to hear it. Don't forget to follow me on here so you never miss an episode. I hope you have a beautiful day.